My dear friend, if you're in your 60s, 70s, or even 80s, give me just a few minutes to tell you this. Age is not the end of the road. It's simply a new chapter, a chapter you have the right to write in your own colors, with laughter, and with the peace you've spent a lifetime searching for. I once met an Italian woman named Rosa, 84 years old, living in a small village along the Amalfi Coast. Every morning, she would ride her faded blue bicycle to the market to buy fresh fish. Her silver hair flowed in the sea breeze, and her eyes still sparkled like a 20-year-old girl. I asked her what her secret was, and she just smiled. My secret? I live as if every day is a gift. I don't let dust settle on my heart. That sentence stayed with me for a long time. We may grow older in years, but our hearts can remain young if we know how to care for them. And here's the fascinating part. The secrets to living longer and healthier are often so simple that even doctors are surprised. Today, I'm going to share with you 5 powerful secrets to living longer after 60 secrets backed by science, practiced by elders in Japan, Italy, and Sweden, and proven to deliver amazing results. Before we dive into the first secret, let me tell you another story about Mr. Kiyoshi, 87 years old, living in Okinawa, a place famous for having many people who live past 100. Mr. Kiyoshi still grows his own vegetables, plays the shamisen, and every afternoon walks to the beach to watch the sunset. When asked how he stays so healthy, he replied, "Because I never let a day pass without doing something I love." You see, the secret to living longer isn't found in an expensive pill or some hidden formula. It's in the small, consistent habits we nurture every day. And we are going to begin with the very first secret. Secret number 1. Keep moving the smart way. You know, one of the things that surprises doctors in countries with the highest life expectancy is that their seniors still move every single day, even at 70, 80, or 90 years old. But moving here doesn't mean pushing the body to run marathons or lift heavy weights. It's about moving smart gently, regularly, and in a way that fits your health and abilities. In many cultures, including in Vietnam, people over 60 often avoid exercise out of fear of falling, fear of hurting their joints. But modern science shows the opposite. A long-term study by the Mayo Clinic in the US followed more than 3,000 people between ages 60 and 85 over 15 years. They found that just 150 minutes of light physical activity a week lowered the risk of early death by up to 30%. And here's the key. These people weren't doing intense workouts. They simply walked briskly, did light resistance training, or tended to their gardens regularly. When we move, the heart pumps blood more efficiently, delivering oxygen and nutrients to every cell. The body releases endorphins, what scientists call nature's painkillers, which help reduce pain and boost mood. Movement also stimulates the growth of new bone tissue, keeps joints flexible, improves balance, and significantly lowers the risk of falls, a leading cause of serious complications for older adults. And the brain benefits too. New brain cells form, helping slow down memory decline. I remember meeting Mr. Thomas, 84, from Yorkshire, England. Every morning, he rode his old bicycle down the village road, pedaling slowly as if on a leisurely stroll. Many advised him to stop because of his age, but he just smiled. I don't ride to exercise. I ride to stay part of my village. Thanks to that habit, he's never had osteoporosis, his blood pressure remains steady, and his mind is as sharp as ever. Then there's Mrs. Ngoc, 70, living on the outskirts of Paris. After retiring, she developed high blood pressure and took daily medication. One day, she noticed a group of seniors practicing gentle qigong in the park and decided to join in. After just 3 months, her blood pressure dropped from 150 to 125, and her doctor cut her medication in half. She told me, "I'm not just healthier, I laugh more because I've made new friends." In Nagano, Japan, every morning seniors gather in schoolyards to practice radio taizo, a gentle exercise routine broadcast on the radio for over 90 years. Thanks to this tradition, the rate of falls and fractures here is far lower than elsewhere. They don't exercise to compete. They do it to keep their bodies supple and their community warm and connected. If you want to start today, remember, you don't need to push yourself to exhaustion. Just 20 to 30 minutes each morning walking, slow cycling, yoga, or Tai Chi is enough. Whenever possible, do it outdoors so sunlight can help your body make vitamin D for strong bones. And if you don't like exercising alone, invite a friend or neighbor, because with company, your legs never seem to get tired. Secret number 2. Eat balanced, choose natural, whole foods. After 60, our body is like a garden that's weathered many seasons of sun, wind, and rain. If we want that garden to stay green and thriving, we need the purest water and the most nourishing fertilizer. For our body, that means natural, minimally processed foods and a well-balanced diet. Research from Europe and Japan consistently shows that a diet rich in vegetables, fruits, fish, nuts, and whole grains while limiting sugar, red meat, and processed foods can lower the risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and certain cancers. A landmark study from the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health tracked over 100,000 people for 30 years and concluded that a Mediterranean-style diet could extend life expectancy by 6 to 8 years, especially for those over 60. I think of Lucia, 79, from Sardinia, Italy, one of the world's blue zones, where many live past 100. She doesn't follow a strict diet, but every meal includes fresh vegetables from her garden, lentils, olive oil, a little fish, and a small glass of red wine. Eating for longevity doesn't mean eating less, she told me while chopping greens. It means eating what your body truly needs. In Okinawa, Japan, 85-year-old Haruto begins each morning with a warm bowl of miso soup, grilled fish, a bit of brown rice, and pickled vegetables. He says, "I never eat until I'm completely full. A light stomach makes for light feet." His habit follows the Okinawan principle of hara hachi bu, stopping at about 80% full, a practice proven by science to help maintain a healthy weight, steady blood sugar, and reduce stress on the digestive system. In Sweden, Ingrid, 72, spends one morning a week at the local farmer's market. She buys fresh salmon, barley bread, low-fat cheese, and seasonal vegetables. Here, food doesn't travel far, it keeps its flavor and nutrition, she says. Swedish public health officials actively encourage eating local foods, both for better health and to protect the environment. If you want to start today, you can make small, simple changes. Add a serving of leafy greens and one colorful vegetable or fruit to every meal. Choose fish or legumes instead of red meat a few days each week. Cut back on refined sugar, sweet pastries, and soda. Eat slowly, chew well, and stop when you're almost full. Your body is like a house that's been standing for decades. Every food you eat is a new brick. Choose the right bricks, and your house will stand strong for many more seasons, no matter what storm's time may bring. Secret number 3. Keep your mind active and your spirit optimistic. There's a truth that aging researchers often repeat. The brain is like a muscle. If you don't exercise it, it will weaken. After age 60, short-term memory, focus, and processing speed naturally begin to decline. But science shows this process can slow down significantly if we work out our brain daily and nurture a positive outlook on life. A 21-year study from University College London found that people who regularly engaged in mental activities such as reading, learning new skills, playing musical instruments, or doing puzzles had a 32% lower risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. Just as importantly, maintaining a positive mindset acts like a shield, strengthening the immune system, reducing inflammation, and supporting heart health. I think of Elizabeth, 92, from Scotland. Every morning, she reads the newspaper, solves crossword puzzles, and writes letters to her grandchildren. "I don't read just for the news," she says. "I read to make my brain work. A car left idle too long will rust." Thanks to these habits, her memory is sharp, and she can still recall stories from her youth in vivid detail. Or Fuck, 75, from Melbourne, Australia. After losing his wife, he sank into grief and suffered from chronic insomnia. One day, his daughter invited him to join a ukulele class for seniors. At first, he refused, but eventually agreed to try. 6 months later, he could play several songs, had made new friends, and found himself laughing more often. His sleep returned. "Music gives me a reason to get up in the morning," he says. In Okinawa, Japan, there's a concept called ikigai, a reason for living. Seniors then never simply wait for the days to pass. They always have something to look forward to: tending a vegetable garden, cooking for neighbors, teaching children to dance. This sense of purpose keeps them optimistic and often helps them live longer. If you want to start today, here are some simple ideas. Read an article, a chapter of a book, or learn something new each day, even something small. Play brain-challenging games like chess, Sudoku, or jigsaw puzzles. Keep a journal or write letters to loved ones. Stay socially connected, chat with friends, join a club, or take part in group activities. Each morning, write down 3 things you're grateful for, to keep your mind focused on the good. Your brain and your heart are lifelong companions. When your mind is challenged and your spirit is nourished with joy, your body gains resilience in return. Optimism doesn't stop the years from passing, but it makes every single day worth living. Secret number 4. Nurture social connections and emotional bonds. People often believe that longevity depends mainly on genes, diet, or exercise. But researchers at Harvard discovered another factor that's just as important: the quality of our relationships. In the Harvard study of adult development, which has been running for more than 80 years, they found that people who maintain close, loving connections live longer, stay healthier, and experience less cognitive decline in old age. The reason is clear. When we connect with others, our body releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone which lowers stress, reduces blood pressure, and strengthens the immune system. On the other hand, prolonged loneliness can harm the body as much as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, according to the World Health Organization. I remember Karl, 86, from Hamburg, Germany. After his wife passed away, he lived alone and rarely went out. One day, he was invited to join a senior photography club. At first, he thought he would just try one meeting, but soon, he was caught up in the conversations, the laughter, and the group photo outings. I felt like I belonged to something again, he told me. His health improved noticeably, and his doctor even reduced his blood pressure medication. In Vietnam, there's Mrs. HOA, 72, from Dalat. Every weekend, she hosts simple home-cooked gatherings for her family and neighbors. It doesn't need to be fancy, she says. Just having someone sitting beside you makes the meal twice as good. Those warm, shared moments help her stay cheerful and keep loneliness at bay. In Okinawa, Japan, older adults often join moe groups of 5 to 10 friends who commit to supporting each other for life, both financially and emotionally. They meet weekly to drink tea, play games, and share their challenges. Sociologists call this a vaccine against loneliness, and it's one reason so many in Okinawa live past 100. You can start building stronger connections today. A call or message an old friend you haven't spoken to in a while. Join a club or group based on something you enjoy, like gardening, reading, or dancing. Share at least one meal a day with family. Pass down your stories and memories to younger generations. Help someone even in a small way, because giving often brings back more than you expect. Emotional connection is like winter sunlight. It may not be intense, but it's warm enough to brighten an entire day. When your heart is surrounded by love, aging stops feeling lonely and starts becoming the most fulfilling chapter of life. Secret number 5. Caring for your sleep and managing stress. A good night's sleep is like sending your body to a secret repair shop every night. While you rest, your brain clears away toxins, your muscles recover, and your immune system grows stronger. But after age 60, many people struggle tossing and turning, waking up several times, or feeling tired even after a full night in bed. According to the U.S. National Institute on Aging, getting 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night can lower the risk of stroke, diabetes, memory loss, and depression in older adults. In contrast, chronic sleep deprivation triggers an overproduction of cortisol, the stress hormone which raises blood pressure, promotes belly fat, and weakens memory. Margaret, 81, from the UK, went through months of sleepless nights after retiring. Sleeping pills only left her feeling groggy. Then she joined a yoga for sleep class, where she learned deep breathing, body relaxation, and the habit of switching off all electronics an hour before bed. Within 3 weeks, she was sleeping 6 to 7 uninterrupted hours a night and waking up with a brighter mind. In Switzerland, Jonas, 77, chose forest bathing, walking in the nearby woods 2 or 3 times a week. A study from Chiba University in Japan shows this practice lowers heart rate, reduces blood pressure, and boosts serotonin, a neurotransmitter that helps deepen sleep. As Jonas says, good sleep doesn't start when you close your eyes. It starts when your mind feels at peace. And in Vietnam, Mr. Tu, 70, from Ben Tre, has his own ritual: a warm glass of milk, soft music, and 10 minutes of meditation before bed. There's always something to worry about, he says, but before I sleep, I leave it all outside the door. To protect your sleep and manage stress, you can keep a regular bedtime and wake-up time every day. Avoid caffeine, strong tea, or heavy meals in the evening. Switch off your phone and TV at least 30 to 60 minutes before sleep. Try meditation, gentle music, or reading a physical book to relax. Set aside at least 15 minutes each day for something that makes you feel calm. Sleep is a free but priceless gift. When you rest well, both your body and mind are renewed, so you can wake each morning feeling light, energized, and ready to enjoy the peaceful days of later life. Growing older is not about losing youth, it's about gaining the wisdom to live each day with health, joy, and purpose. Science has shown us that by staying active, eating well, keeping our mind sharp, nurturing relationships, and caring for our sleep, we can not only add years to our life, but life to our years. I hope these 5 secrets inspire you to make small, meaningful changes starting today. Because even one simple habit, a morning walk, a call to a friend, a few minutes of quiet before bed can brighten your days and strengthen your body and mind. If you found value in this video, I invite you to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next conversation we share. And I'd truly love to hear your thoughts. What is one habit that has helped you feel healthier or happier? Share it in the comments, because your story might be the spark that inspires someone else. Let's keep walking this journey together with health, with joy, and with meaning.